Hari Om everyone. Ho-
Srireka, wait.
Hari Om everyone.
Srireka, good evening, everyone. So today we have Dr. Shankarling sir with us. This is our second session of AYUR anatomy. That's about endocrinology. So now I call upon Srireka, State Committee member Jignasa, to give a quick introduction about Jignasa. Srireka.
Hari Om everyone. A, a warm welcome to the second section of AYUR Anatomy, a lecture series for the first year BAMS students. The exclusive section will be taken up by the eminent speakers of anatomy across the country for a period of 23 days. And today is the second day among 23 days. Today we have Dr. Shankarling, Professor and HOD Department of Rachana Sharira from SVM Ayurvedic Medical College, Bagalkot. Before starting the section, let me introduce to you to Jignasa. Jignasa is a pan-India platform of Ayush fraternity led by student community of Bharat. Its motto is Learn Ayush to Practice Ayush. It involves empowering Ayush students from campus to community, bridging the gap between Ayush students and policymakers as well as administrative authorities, connecting every aspect of Ayush including students, academicians, practitioners, scientists, industrialists, and hospitals all under one umbrella. Think globally, act locally. In last 2 decades, our efforts were to strengthen the Ayush education system and boost confidence among Ayush students. Jignasa initiated various programs in different parts of the country, from the grassroots to international platforms through discussions, study circles, seminars, workshops, and conferences. Let me introduce you to a few initiatives undertaken by Jignasa. Study circles, lecturer series on specific topics, free medical camps, social health status survey, hands-on training workshops, conference to explore and learn unique aspects of Ayurveda, interaction with eminent Vaidyas and academicians, brainstorming sections with Ayush stalwarts, policy makers and key stakeholders of Ayush systems, National Arogya Expo and International Conference, national level seminars, medical plant visits, pharmaceutical visits, a private internship program for interested students to learn with acharyas, interaction with traditional healers and visits to explore regional flora, online mock tests, social awareness campaign on various issues, campaigns for promotion of various concepts of Ayush systems for social welfare like Swarna Bindu Prashana camps, groups Surya Namaskar and yoga competitions, etc. Free healthcare assistance to people through local governing bodies during natural calamities and accidents and many more. In our yesterday section, many students joined for the live section and asked their questions and queries regarding the subject and examination, and there are more than 984 views so far. We hope to reach as many students as possible who can take maximum benefit out of it. Vidyanama Narasya Rupam Adhikam Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. We have seen inability of a common student to afford huge amounts on commercial study platform despite their jignasa. Jignasa is here to give a helping hand. Learn anatomy with experts. No money is needed, and we need is your immense interest to learn. Today we have Dr. Shankarling sir. We welcome you to the section, sir. And to each and everyone who is watching this, hope you find it help you. Thank you.
Thank you, Srireka. Now I call upon Elima for welcoming sir and giving introduction about him. Elima, you are up.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I am Elima, a the member of State Committee of Jignasa. Today, I take the honor to introduce our speaker, Dr. Shankar Lingam Maidaragi sir, who has graciously accepted our invitation to join us this evening and share his insights with us. Dr. Shankar Linga sir is a highly accomplished individual in the field of Ayurveda. Sir passed his BMS from SVM Ayurvedic Medical College, Ilkal, under the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Bangalore. He passed his MD from NKG Ayurvedic Medical College, Bidar, and he has done his PhD from Parul Institute of Ayurveda, Gujarat. He is currently designated as the professor and HOD of Department of Sharira Rachna in the SVM Ayurvedic Medical College. He has got a teaching experience of 12 years now. Dr. Shankarlinga sir has done many anatomical specimens for museum since his UG period. He conducted number of webinar series during COVID, thus giving a helping hand. Our respected sir, along with publishing many national, international and indexed articles, he has presented more than 10 paper and poster presentation at national and international level. As a resource person, he was invited for several webinars at various institutes. Adding to this, Dr. Shankarlinga sir has also been the guest lecturer, delivering many guest lectures on nervous system at various colleges of Karnataka. I would also like to take the opportunity to appreciate Dr. Shankarlinga sir extracurricular activities. He worked as a chairman of Student Union for 3 years in SVM Ayurvedic Medical College. He was invited as a chairperson, co-chairperson, guest speaker in many national and state level workshops and seminars. Under his special guidance, students won the third prize in model competition held at National Workshop in Mudabidri. He has an expertise in maintaining all the documents of hospital and hospital management software. He had also been a member of organizing committee of seminar on practice of Kriya Kalpa in Shalakya at SVM Ayurvedic Medical College. He also worked as a coordinator for preparatory of NABH accreditation. Not, last but not the least, Dr. Shankaralinga has achieved great success and has significantly contributed the community and society. Your achievement and dedication to your work serve as an inspiration to us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Elima, for your wonderful briefing. So now, without wasting any time, we will be heading into the section. Sir, now I request you to continue with the session.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Screen is visible, I think. Okay. Shall I start the session? Hello. Karthik.
Yes, sir, you can start the session, sir. There's
Okay,
some
okay, thank you.
problem. Yes, sir.
Okay. The screen is visible, no? Okay. Uh, Very good evening to all. So, as myself, Dr. Shankar Lingmadagi, HOD Department of Sharira Rachana. So, I am very much thankful to team Jignasa. They have recognized me and given a platform to present a topic over the endocrinology. And I am very much thanking to all the team Jignasa. And I wish congratulations to the team Jignasa because they are putting the effort to give the knowledge at the peak moment of the examination. So actually they have conducted the series over the lectures for the exam going student. That is very essential for the examination. Most of the students are facing the problem during the examination. So this team is putting the very good effort to give the such a knowledge to the student who are in the so many complications, so many problems are there they are facing. So this will be solved by this series of webinars. So in this regard, I want to congratulate the team Jignasa. So my topic, the allotted topic is endocrinology. I think already you have all of you gone through this topic. That is all the glands regarding the histology of the glands and secretion of the gland, and what are the hyposecretion and what is the hypersecretion, and what are the diseases are going to happen from this disorders of the endocrinology. Okay, before this, I want to introduce the system. That is, the endocrine system is what it is made up of organs. Those organs will be what? The glands. So these glands are going to produce what? The different type of the hormones. They are going to act over the particular part of the body. We usually used to call the name like tropical hormones. The tropic. What is the tropic? That is which is going to act over a particular site or the targeted organ. So that is the word meaning tropic. So here the glands are there, they are going to secrete the hormone, and those secretion will be what? Acting over a particular organ or the any part of the body. So by that it is going to maintain the equilibrium of the body. So after the nervous system, the second will be the endocrine system, which is very important. So which is making the equilibrium of the body. So the produced hormones, they are doing the functions like controlling and coordinating the body's metabolism, energy level, boosting of energy level, reproduction and growth and the development, and they are going to respond to the injury, stress and the mood level. So this is the how the endocrine system is working, that we can see brief about the endocrine system. So before going to go in the detail of this, what the syllabus is there, so how the marks distribution is there, let me go through the about these things. Okay, so your endocrinology is added with the lymphatic system. Okay, and that endocrinology is as per the NCSM, they have distributed the 8 marks for the endocrinology, but our RGHS university, they have made some changes in that one. So that is, they have added distributed 7 marks to that one. So in the syllabus point, the points are, that is the description of endocrine gland regarding the glands of pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus gland, pineal and the suprarenal gland. So these glands should be studied in detail, like what is the size, shape, position, location. So what are the histology is there? After the histology, what are the secretions of the glands are there, and what the clinical aspect? Clinical aspect means what the diseases are the symptoms that will be produced by the hyposecretion and the hypersecretion of the that gland. Okay, and I think this is the batch which is going to appear first for the what new scheme, that is a RS7 scheme of the examination. So here they have the theme. So that is what are the questions should be asked from the each syllabus they have distributed. So as per the NCSM, so MCQ will be asked, and the short answer questions will be there, and long answer questions also be there. But as per the RGHS, they have made some changes in that one. So as per them, there will be a MCQ and there will be a long answer questions will be there, and there will be no short answer questions will be there. So let me discuss regarding that one, how the type of questions will come. So most of the questions what I have seen from the previous question paper, those will be more questions from the short answer questions are there. So we'll think over that one, how the long questions will be coming in your examination. Okay, so before that, we will be going very brief about all these glands. Okay, in the endocrine system, they have not added the pancreas gland. Okay, and they have not added the ovary and the testicles. Okay, so why? And pancreas is coming in the accessory digestive organs. There, from that you will get the questions, and the ovaries and the testes. So that we will be coming in the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system respectively. So there you can study them. So in the syllabus, starting from the pituitary, they have given other, especially the pure endocrine glands, they have given the points in the syllabus. So the pituitary gland is also called as a hypophysis cerebri. So such a type of a unique words you have to remember for your MCQs. Okay. So pituitary is called as a hypophysis cerebri. So the question may come, hypophysis cerebri is like, so the four options will be given like a pons, like a pituitary, like a cecum. They may give four options. What is the hypophysis cerebri? And you know that one, which is a epiphysis cerebri? That is a pineal gland. So that is the unique name. So while doing the MCQ, while considering the MCQ, you should know the synonyms of that particular organ, particular peculiarity of that organ, or you have to go for the measurements. So please keep remember regarding the measurement of each and every organ. So they may comes in for your MCQ questions. Okay. So let me go for the location. All of you know that one. So this is going to be situated in the pituitary is situated in the hypophyseal fossa. The names will be, other names will be for sella turcica or pituitarial fossa. So you know that one, which is the location of a sphenoid bone. In the sphenoid bone, so there is a location, the small location that is called as a hypophyseal fossa, where the smallest endocrine gland is situated. So that will be what roofed by. So this fossa is roofed by a fold of a diameter that is called as a diaphragm cell. So here we can see these are the what Fox cerebri, and along with that one here, this is the location of pituitary gland. This is the bony portion, sella turcica. Over that one, there is a fold of a diameter, so that is called as a diaphragm cell. So these are all what you are looking: hypophyseal fossa, sella turcica, pituitary fossa, or diaphragm cell. So what I marked here, so they might be your MCQ questions. Okay. And through this diaphragm cell, what you are looking here, there is a stalk is coming out of after piercing with this one, and this is stalk is going to be attached to the what floor of the third ventricle. Okay, and considering the shape and measurement of this gland, what is that oval shape of the gland is there, and the measurement will be what antero-posteriorly 8 mm and transversely 12 mm and weighs about 500 milligrams. So keep in mind, so this is one of the organ among other four organs which is having more width than the length. Okay, I'm repeating it. So what is that? The organ which is having the more weight compared to its length. Other organs like pons is there. So what we are discussed here, the pituitary is there, and the this prostate gland, and lastly the cecum. These four organs are having the more width compared to their length. Okay, here we are looking at one transversely it is 12 mm, but anteriorly 8 mm, anterior posteriorly this is the 8 mm. So what is the width is there, and only it is 500 milligram. You might know that one capsule is there, it might be an antibiotic tablet is there, which is measuring about 500 milligram. You can compare and you can remember the weight of the pituitary gland. Okay, so let me see the what are the divisions are there. You know that one. So the two main parts are there. We are going to divide it into, one is the adenohypophysis and the neurohypophysis. Usually we will call it as a what anterior pituitary and the posterior pituitary. So that will be named like adenohypophysis, and another one will be the adeno. Adeno means what? The gland. This is total. So it will be both the structures, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis, both are different from embryologically, morphologically, and functionally. These are different from each other. Even these are the parts of same gland, but these are different in functions, embryologically and structurally. Okay, so the blood supply to this one will be the superior hypophyseal artery, and another one will be the inferior hypophyseal artery. So these will be both the branches from the internal carotid artery. Okay, so and what are the hormones are secreted from this gland? Okay, so keep in mind, whenever you are writing a answer for endocrine gland, you must write the histology of that gland. Okay, so put a heading like a histology, and from the histology what are the types of a cells are there, and those cells are going to secrete which hormone. So that is very important part of writing the answer for each and every endocrine glands. Okay, so from the anterior lobe we will be having what the cells, that is the chromophilic cells. When you put the dye, so dye loving cells are there, what 50% of the cells are there. Again, we are going to divide these chromophilic cells into acidophilic cells, and another will be the basophilic cells. So acidophilic cells will be 47%, and those will be again classified as a somatotropes, that is going to secrete growth hormone, mammotrophs, that is going to secrete the prolactin, and lastly the corticotropes, that is going to secrete the ACTH. You know those names. And the basophilic cells, those will be 7%, only 7% of the cells. Those are going to be the what we type of cells we can see there, thyrotropes. Okay, so that is going to secrete the thyroid stimulating hormone. And gonadotropes, that is the FSH, and lutotropes, that is a luteinizing hormone. Okay, so what we have seen, that is chromophilic cell, that is 50% cells, and the chromophobic cells are, those will be again, those will be 50% of the cells. So those will be what, non-secretory phase of other cells. So this will be what, the supporting type of a cells will be there, and so those are not going to secrete any type of the hormones. Okay, then further the intermediate lobe will be there. So anterior lobe we have seen. Okay, then posterior lobe, again when we see this one, so this is the another lobe, that will be the intermediate lobe. From the intermediate lobe we can expect, that is the basophilic type of the cells and the chromosome cells. So that is going to secrete the hormone, that is the what, MSH. Okay, so other than the posterior lobe. Okay, so we have seen anterior lobe, intermediate lobe, and next to the what, posterior lobe. So this will be composed of what, the large number of non-myelinated fibers. So we know that one. So this is what it is, the neurological structures will be there. So what we can here expect here, there is will be a non-myelinated fibers. You know that one, the fibers which are coming from the hypothalamus, the fibers which are, so you are looking at, these are the what, cell bodies of the neurons. So from the hypothalamus, and their axons are coming, and they are going to reach to the posterior part of the pituitary. So that will be tracked, the connection between the hypothalamus to the pituitary, that will be called as a hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. Hypophysis and hypothalamus, the connection will be hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract will be there. Okay, and other than this, we will be expecting, that is the modified neurological cells are there, that is going to secrete the dendrites. Okay, the process of a neuron. Okay, so hormones will be secreted from this. One is the vasopressin, also called as the ADH, and another hormone will be the oxytocin. So this will be the what, hormone from the posterior lobe. Okay, so regarding this pituitary, what the questions they have asked previously. Okay, so most of the questions, so I already have explained you that one, those will be the short answer question. So what they will do, so what the write briefly about pituitary gland. So that was asked in 2015 as a short answer question only, and another question in the same July month of 2015, that is described about the pituitary gland. Okay, what you can expect the question like a long answer question, so that will be what, you can explain the pituitary gland, or go for the what they may what divide the mass distribution, like explain the location, explain the histology, explain the secretion and applied aspect. Like that one, they may add it to the long answer questions. Okay, they may make it into the long answer question. Okay, so these are the questions they were asked in the previous question papers. Most of the questions, so that in the previous year we have what we have seen. In some years they have asked the endocrine, they have concentrated over that one, and some question paper they have not concentrated over the endocrine system. Okay, so next organ will be the thyroid gland. You know that one, it is sheet-like structure, and the location where it is located in the lower part, and front and side it is going to cover in the neck. Okay, so what is the basic function of that one? So it is going to regulate the basic metabolic rate, and it is going to stimulate the physical and the psychic growth. Okay, so both growth is depending upon the secretion of this one, and also it plays an important role in the calcium metabolism. So the parts of this one, so what is that, it will be having, one is the right lobe and another one will be the left lobe. So here you are looking at the left lobe, and it is joined by the connecting structure that is called as the isthmus. So always keep in your mind, that is isthmus is always the joining part. So right lobe and the one is the left lobe, and the communicating part is there. So that is called as the isthmus of the gland. Okay. Regarding the dimension and the weight, so it measures about 5 centimeter in the length, 2.5 centimeter in the width, and 2.5 centimeter in the thickness. Okay, and average weight is 25 grams. So it is larger in case of a female than compared to the male, and so that is going to be increase in the size during the menstrual cycle and the reproductive age of a female. Okay, already we have seen that one, the parts, that is the right lobe, left lobe, and the isthmus. So these each lobe will be in the conical shape. Those are in the conical shape. For the external feature, we can see that one. It will be having one as a apex, and another one will be the base is there, and next it is having a three surface like lateral surface, and which is related to the trachea. So that will be the medial surface, and on the posterior, so posterior lateral surface of this each lobes. Okay, and there will be two borders, that is one is the anterior border and another one will be the on opposite side, that will be the posterior border of the gland. So I'm concentrating over the histology of the glands, each gland. So here we can get the two types of the glands are there. One is called as a follicular cells and another one is called as a parafollicular cells. Okay, so it is going to secrete what T3 and T4 hormones. So the follicles type of a glands are there. They are going to secrete the T3 and the T4, and those functions will be what? The stimulation of BMR and somatic and the psychic growth of the body. So another function we have seen that one, calcium metabolism. So that will be by the hormone that is called as the thyrocalcitonin. So this hormone is going to control what the deposition of the calcium. So that will be secreted from the parafollicular cells. So these will be less compared to the follicular cells, and they lies between these follicular cells. Okay, so what is that one? So it is going to cause the hypocalcemia. So the parathormone and the thyrocalcitonin, they are going to work in hand. So if one is increased, another one is going to decrease. So they are going to balance the the absorption and deposition of the calcium in the body. Okay. So regarding the thyroid, what gland they have asked so many times, the questions regarding direct questions they have asked. What is the thyroid gland? So the thyroid gland and its clinical anatomy. The questions like will be there. Okay. So the questions, so they may add what it might be the glands, classify the gland and classify the exocrine and endocrine gland, and write in detail about the thyroid gland. That might be for your long answer questions. So you know that one. Another next gland will be the parathyroid gland. So there are two pairs of small endocrine gland which we can see under the posterior border of the thyroid gland. So which are situated in the within the false capsule. We know that when the thyroid gland is having the two capsules, one is a true capsule and another one is the false capsule. So these are situated within the false capsule of the gland. Okay, so there will be the two pairs of gland, that is called as a superior pair of a gland. So that is called as the superior parathyroid gland. So those are originated from fourth pharyngeal pouch, that is embryological development, and the inferior group of the glands. So those are called as a parathyroid gland third, and those are developed from the third pharyngeal pouch. Okay, and the hormones from these glands, that will be the parathormone. Okay, I already have told that one. These are controls the metabolism of the calcium and along with the phosphorus. So along with the thyrocalcitonin, already we have seen that one. The thyroid gland is secreting the thyrocalcitonin. Along with the thyrocalcitonin, it is going to release the parathormone. Sorry, the thyroid gland is going to secrete the thyrocalcitonin, and this is going to secrete the parathormone. So both these are going to help in the deposition and removal of the calcium from the bones. Okay, and this will be what? Oval in the shape or lentiform. Lens shape will be there. So measurement is very small, like a split pea. There is a split pea shaped glands you can see on the posterior border of the thyroid gland. So the measurement will be what? 6 and 4 into 2 mm in the measurement. Okay, so weight is only 50 milligram. 50 milligram. What we have seen, 500 milligram, that is for the pituitary, and but for the parathyroid gland, so that will be only very less. It is 50 milligram. So next we will see Regarding the parathyroid gland, so they have asked previously the 2 marks questions are there. Okay, they have asked the 2 marks question parathyroid glands. So you may expect what that is a MCQ from this gland. Okay, what is the hormone and what is the weight, regarding the weight, and the what is the hormone which is secreted from the gland, or even from the embryological development, from which pharyngeal pouch these glands are originated. They might be your MCQ questions. The thymus gland, so what is that? Important lymphoid organ it is, and it is situated in the anterior and the superior mediastinum of the thorax, and it is also extending up to the neck region, that is the lower part of the neck region. So it is well developed at the birth. Okay, so in the child it is very good developed structure is there. It continues to grow up to the puberty, and there it is going to undergo into the atrophy, and in the adult life it is totally replaced by the fat tissue. Okay, adipose tissue it is to be converted. Okay, and it is a structure, structurally anatomically it is bilobed structure it is, and it is made up of 2 pyramidal shaped lobes are there. You can see that one, the 2 pyramidal lobes are there, and these are interconnected by a areolar connective tissue. Okay, and they lies over the pericardium and the great vessels which are there like arch of aorta, and you can see the what the branches which are arising from the arches of aorta, and there's a what brachiocephalic vein. So those will be the great vessels over that one. So this the gland is located. Okay, and this is going to measures about 10 to 15 gram at the birth, and this will be increased to the size 30 to 40 gram at the puberty, and this will be only 10 gram in the mid adult life. So it is another function. It will be what? It is going to work as a immune system of our body, because it is going to produce the T cells. The so for the development of the T cells, so it is going to secrete the 2 hormone. One is called the thymopiotin and the thymosin and the thymosilin. So these three the hormones which are going to help or boost the development of the T cells, so which are going to help in the immunity of the condition during the child up to the puberty. Thereafter our lymphatic system is to be well established. After this is going to be converted into the fatty tissue. So let me go to the suprarenal gland. So the suprarenal gland are the glands. So these will be the what? The 2 pair of glands which are situated, you know that one, at the upper pole of the kidney, and these are situated on the posterior abdominal wall and behind the peritoneum. That will be the what? Retroperitoneal organ, one of the retroperitoneal organ. Okay, and the size will be what? Height will be 15 mm, and breadth will be 30 mm, and thickness will be 10 mm, and weight is 5 grams. Okay, and shape, so both the shapes are different, right? Suprarenal gland is of different shape, and the left one is different shape. So right is triangular or the pyramidal in the shape, and left is semilunar in the shape. What we're looking here, this is the semilunar shape left suprarenal gland, and the triangular shaped right suprarenal gland. Okay, so when we go to the structure, so keep in mind whenever you ask for the question like structure, okay, so you should write the histology of that structure. So previously what we have seen that one, the questions coming like that one, structure of a ovary, structure of a testis. So at that time what you have to, don't go for the external feature, you have to write the first regarding the internal structures. What you can see, the Juna pellucida, tunica vasculosa, the granulosa. So all those structures you have to mention first, like seminiferous tubule in the testis. Okay, mediastinum, rete testis. So those structures will be there in the testis. What the interior of that structure, that you have to write in a structure whenever asked like a structure question. Okay, so here the structure means the histology of that one. So when you see the gland in a section, so cross section, you can appreciate the 2 structure. One is the cortex and another one is the medulla. Okay, so the cortex is the maximum part, it is covered by the cortex, and medulla will be very less part, that is 1/10 part of the gland. Okay, so again here also the both the parts are completely different from its structure, function, and even from the embryological aspect. Okay, so let me go in detail of the cortex. So cortex is composed of 3 zones, you know that one, the Juna glomerulosa, Juna fasciculata, and inner one is the Juna carticularis. And these different zones, they are going to secrete the different hormones from the each part. Okay, and medulla, it is composed of chromaffin cells that is going to secrete the adrenaline and the noradrenaline. So it contains what the cells in a group with the lots of the capillaries. So that is having a rich blood supply will be there for the medulla, and it is the important part of the autonomic ganglion. Okay, and the questions in the previous years, that will be suprarenal gland. The direct question is there, and another question in the 2015, that is write briefly about suprarenal gland. If the questions comes, you can write about this one. So if the particular they have asked like location, structure, so there the mass will be distributed for each the sub questions. Okay, so commonly what the question, so one questions I have seen that is from the long answer question in the previous year, that will be what define gland, classify the gland, and explain in detail about the location, dimension, external feature, peritoneal relation, and blood supply of the pancreas. So this was at that time in the rs 5 and the 4. So that is for the 11 marks question. Here define the gland, that is the one question, and the classification of a gland, that you know that one, exocrine and the endocrine gland, and how you are going to make the classification of the gland, on what basis you are going to classify the gland, and you have to what explain the what pancreas they have asked here, pancreas gland. So both it is the mixed gland is there. So it is what you have to write regarding the location in front of the L1, L2, L3 vertebra, dimension you have to write, and the external feature there you have to write the parts like head, neck, body, tail, and the uncinate process is there in the pancreas. There you have to write, and the peritoneal relation there you have to mention regarding the retroperitoneal organ. Only anterior part is covered by the what this pancreas gland and the root of the transverse mesocolon attachment. So that you can also write, and the blood supply for the pancreas. So like this one, so you may one question, so that you have asked from the long answer question in previous. So I am telling that one in instead of pancreas, they may ask here the thyroid gland, suprarenal gland, and the what pituitary gland they may ask, and by adding the some other questions in the your long answer question, and directly they may ask also the pancreas also. Okay, so these are what I have given the brief idea how the glands will be there, and what is the thing you have to cover in the examination. Keep in mind, once again I am telling you, whenever a endocrine gland is asked, you have to write about a histology, what type of a cells are there, what is their secretion, and what is the minimum physiology. Don't write all the physiology into the anatomy question paper. Okay, so with this I am going to conclude my session. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can interact with me, so we will discuss over here. So at last I can say good luck for your coming examination.
So guys, you can start posting your questions in the comment box, and I will be reading that out to sir, and sir will be answering your doubts.
Yeah, sure. Any other doubt related to exam also you can ask.
Sir, here we have the first question. How many diagrams are needed for 5 mark questions? Sir, you are not audible. Sir, you are not audible.
Now,
Yes, sir, you are audible.
okay. So the question, so what is that? How many diagrams? So it depends upon the question, how they have asked. Depending upon that, you can draw the diagram. See, for a 5 marks, it is not limited. So suppose if the question is the stomach bed, okay, there you have to draw the particular diagram is there. Okay, for a stomach bed, there you have to draw that diagram for the stomach bed. Commonly, if they have asked the stomach, only the question is there, then the option is left to you depending upon your budgeting of your time. Okay, so I am you usually for my student that 1.8 minutes per second per mass per mass 1.8 minutes you have to cover means hardly you are going to get 5 to 6 minutes for 5 mass. Okay, that much fast you have to answer your description along with the diagram. So if you ask the stomach only the question, there you can write draw the diagram as a stomach one diagram, then blood supply, then you can that lymphatic system is there, area A B C D they have distributed, that is necessary to draw the diagram. Okay, you don't think that one how many diagrams. So depend upon the question you have to draw, and depending upon your time, minimum two diagrams are first, which is important question is there, according to that you have to draw the diagram.
Sir, the next question is it good to draw many diagrams, sir, for structure, cells, and histology?
No, 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 no. For histology, it is not necessary. For histology, you have to write in detailed description regarding the cells. What are the types of cells are there and their secretions.
Should we explain applied aspect or just naming is fine?
Okay, that depends upon the question. So if it is asked for the 5 marks question, then you have to name only the applied aspect. If it is long answer question is there, then you have to go in detail of that one. Okay, so depend upon that what like Cushing syndromes are there, then regarding the diabetic mellitus, diabetic insipidus, which hormone is responsible for that one, and what type of a symptoms it is going to produce in detail. If it is asked for the long answer question, you have to write. Otherwise, you have to mention applied aspect. What are the applied aspect headings are there that you have to mention. That is enough.
Is questions are from mentioned topic for LAQ, SAQ in syllabus copy,
Yeah.
or like must know? Like he is asking, sir, is what how the questions are mentioned in syllabus copy as it is they will come or not?
Exactly. They have framed a what blueprint of a question in the RGHS. They are prepared one blueprint for the question paper. So according to that only they are going to ask. I think your teachers they have provided the what is the format of the blueprint of question paper is there. You most of the questions they are coming from must know themes are there.
If we select a endocrine gland as our synopsis topic, then what can we relate this in Ayurveda?
This is from PG Scholar.
I don't know, sir. It's posted in a
Okay.
chat box.
Okay. It's okay. What? So if we select the endocrine gland in a synopsis topic, then what we can correlate in the Ayurveda. Okay, so you can again go for the doshas. Okay, so actually endocrine gland system they have not that much elaborated in the Ayurvedic science. Okay, so that yeah, whatever the functions they have mentioned by the Vata Pitta Kapha, so depend upon that only. So what Vata dosha is going to control maximum part of the body. The Kapha dosha what is doing. So which gland you are going to take for your synopsis topic, so depending upon that, you have to elaborate your Ayurvedic concepts.
Rather explaining answers, are diagrams sufficient to answer the question?
Yeah. Yeah, so see, these should be in a both a proportion. The diagram should be there, and even the description should be there. Okay, we cannot say by the diagram only. We cannot give the answer to the evaluator. So evaluator is expecting the answer also, even the diagram also. So you draw the diagrams, how much it is necessary, and go for the whatever the question they have asked. You give the answer particular. So suppose particular question is asked. So think that one histology of a pituitary gland and write in detail about its relation. See, whenever that question is asked, first you concentrate over that one. What they have answered, what is that histology? What are the type of cells are there, and the what the composition? Then you have to go for the other related thing. Suppose the 5 marks question is coming like a pituitary gland in a what direct question is there, you can write that one directly, whatever the external feature is there, size and shape is there, everything is there. But when particular they have asked the question, first you concentrate over that question and then go for remaining thing. When it is not, you think that one it is not sufficient for the 5 marks question.
Sir, there's another question on your screen. Where is superior
Yes.
thyroid artery lighted during
Hmm.
thyroidectomy and why?
Okay. So actually ligation, other than that one, we have to separate the recurrent laryngeal nerve and the superior thyroid artery, because while doing the thyroidectomy, we are going to put the damage to the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So what? So that is going to be one of the part for our production of voice. So if we cut that, if you damage that nerve, that is going to produces the damage for our even for the production of the voice. Because of that, we have to separate that artery, superior thyroid artery, from the nerve.
Sir, next question. Where does thyroid venous plexus lie in relation to its capsules?
Okay, so usually the keep in mind, so in between the two capsules, that is the true capsule and the false capsule, the venous plexus is situated.
Sir, the next question. According to
Yes.
NCSM syllabus, endocrinology is only for 1 mark and 5 mark.
Mm.
Is it okay not to prepare 10 mark, and when it comes to nervous system, it is a total of 14 mark weightage. So only 10 mark
Okay.
and 4 MCQ, no need of 5 marks, right?
See, that's why I'm telling that one. Actually, the change they have made by the RGHS is there. So that is, they have not included for the SAQs. That is short answer questions are there. But most of the time they are asked for. See, every one suggestion I want to give to the student that one you should be prepared for everything. Okay, so sometimes the question papers they come away from this theme also, so you should be better to prepare like what is the gland is there, everything the endocrine glands are there. So better to prepare for however they are going to ask the question, so you should ready to answer that one. Okay, so what is that in the NCSM syllabus, what they have mentioned in the all the three themes of the questions they have asked, but SAQs are not added in the for our RGHS syllabus. But we can expect the questions in the 5 marks also.
If anyone read to ask your doubts, you can put it in our comment box now and get it cleared. We will be waiting for another 2 to 3 minutes to get questions from you. Sir, we will wait for 2 minutes. If
Yeah.
anyone are
Yeah.
having doubts, they will put it on our chat box. So,
Okay, sure.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, there's one more question. Is NCSM and RGHS syllabus different? No, Purnima, it's not the case. Sir, sir, you are not audible.
Okay. Now it is audible?
Yes, sir. It is audible now.
Yes. Yes. The question is like NCSM and RGS syllabus is different totally.
Yes.
Both are same. So those are same. They have the syllabus is framed from the apex body only. That is the National Council of Indian System of Medicine. But exams are conducted from our Rajiv Gandhi University. So some of the doubts are there still in the NCSM syllabus. Because of that, they have made the model for the question papers. Okay, that is only they have changed little bit from the theme of that question paper.
The next question is from Gurraj, sir. He is asking
Yeah.
when will be the RGHS releasing anatomy model question paper?
I think exactly I don't know. We have to think. We have to ask the higher authority regarding this one.
Okay, sir. Um, Gurraj, you just text us on Instagram, Jignasa Karnataka. We will be providing the assistance to you regarding this update. Sir, the next question is from Muskan. She is asking
Yeah.
whether we have to draw the diagram with pen or pencil.
Okay. We can draw with the pencil, but that should be dark one or color pencil. We have to use there. Okay. So you think that one your answer sheets are going to be scanned. Okay. In the scanning, if the diagrams are properly visible, then it's okay. Okay, so sometime what you will do while drawing with the pen, so if you do the some mistake, you are going to erase that one. So that will spoil the what neatness of the answer sheet. Better to draw with the dark pencils or the color pencils.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from
Okay.
Punya. Sir,
Hmm.
is it mandatory to draw diagrams Then how are supposed to draw for Ayurveda aspects when there are no such
Okay.
diagrams are relevant and how to fill up the answer papers?
Yeah. That question might be so many students they are having. See, in the Ayurvedic aspect, you keep in mind shlokas are important. So if you can draw the diagrams, so for what? So formation of apara formation, you can draw the diagram. Formation of nabhi you can draw the diagram. Okay, for masana masika garbharuti, you cannot draw the diagram. No, so there you don't bother about the diagram. If you are perfect regarding the shlokas, you have to write the shlokas and go for the explanation. So every time it is not mandatory to draw the diagram. If you know or if you can draw the diagram related to that answer, you can draw the diagram. Otherwise, it is not like that one for mandatory. Yes, definitely. There will be a split question in both in 5 marks and 10 marks questions. Okay, like just I have told no. So you have to go in details of what write the only how the posterior relation of a right kidney or the relation of a right kidney and right importance of a second part of the what duodenum. Okay, you know that one, no? Explain the duodenum in detail with its importance in the second part of the duodenum. This might be the question. There, the split question. So what you have to get the what 2.5 marks for the description of a duodenum and importance that is will be that is for the 2.5 marks.
Sir, the next question is there any specific techniques to memorize and understand these topics like for you taught about endocrinology, sir? So for
Okay.
exam purpose.
Okay. So most of the students they are facing this problem. What is that? You have to what recall the previous things. See, you keep in mind. So yesterday you have read regarding the stomach, and today now you are reading the duodenum. When you are doing that, when you compare the what the blood supply, nerve supply, lymphatic drainage. Suppose if you see that one, common things are there: sympathetic and the parasympathetic. You know that one sympathetic is sympathetic is thoracolumbar outflow. That will be the limitation from T1 at up to the L2 only. In between that only you are going to get the blood supply. Suppose the stomach is getting T6 to T10 is a sympathetic, and the duodenum and other the small intestine they are getting T9 to T11. Okay, when you compare these the structure in between while studying that one, what is the nerve supply of the stomach and what is the nerve supply of the what duodenum and other structures are like that one. Before going to start with the every topic, you have to compare and study one thing, and you always study with your buddies. Okay, group study is very necessary in case of the what anatomy. So if you sit singly, you can grasp up to 45 minutes or hardly up to 50 minutes. If you sit and discuss with your friends, then you can remember more the things. And another, you can use the mnemonics. Okay, by the mnemonics also you can do that one. But some of the students they are getting confused with mnemonics also. So you think over that one whether I should go for mnemonics or not. So you can use some other special techniques also there. Okay.
Akshay
No.
is asking, is it
Okay.
compulsory to? Okay, sir.
Yes. So, what is that? Keep in a mind that one. So, if the asti is asked for 5 marks, then you have to write first regarding the asti only. Okay. So, what is that? Asti, first derivation of asti, definition of a asti, classification of a asti, and where you get those bones in our body. Okay, that is asti. Okay, so when it is asked for 5 months, it is not sufficient. Then you have to go for explanation of a bone. Okay, this is one aspect. If you ask for a bones in direct question, okay, so first you have to write what is the definition of a bone, what is the classification on depending upon what basis they are going to classify the bones, and then you have to go for the little bit regarding the Ayurvedic part. So keep in a mind that one whether you are writing sufficient for 5 months or not, sufficient for 10 months or not, then only you can add up these additional either modern view or the Ayurvedic view. Yes, will missing shlokas cause a lot of mass reduction? Okay. Yes, Shakti. What is that exactly? Suppose if a evaluator is evaluating 10 papers a day, so if 3 to 4 students are maximum student, if they have written the shloka and if you have not written the shloka, so what will be there? Those students they have written the shloka, they are getting more marks. For 5 marks, they are going getting 4 and 4.5 marks. If you have not written the shlokas, then you are going to get 3.5 marks maximum. Okay, so this will be the what the problem with the shloka. So shloka diagrams are there. So when we are evaluating the paper, so if somebody has written very detailed, he or she is going getting more marks. But if you have not written the shlokas or diagram like that one, so definitely marks are going to be reduced from your what distributions. Okay. In the beginning only, I have told that one how the MCQ will be there. So keep in mind that one. What is that? There should be a peculiarity regarding any structures are there. So what in a bone, first bone is to modify. That is the clavicle. Okay. Ossification is that is the what clavicle. In the clavicle is that only the horizontally located long bone is there. Like that one. First peculiarities. Depend upon that the MCQs will come. Second one, what is the other names for that one? Innominate bone. Okay, innominate bone. It is hip bone is called as the innominate bone. Like that one. So the synonyms just only we have seen in case of a pituitary gland, that is hypophysis cerebri. Pineal gland is called as the epiphysis cerebri. So like that one, the MCQ questions will comes. One thing to refer some model question papers are there in groups are there. If I that I can share as question papers, and you can go through the even the PG entrance exam books are there. In that one also Rachna questions will be there. You will get some ideas, and at the end of each topic in the BD Chaurashia, there will be a questions related to topic. There also you can refer. You can get the guide regarding the MCQs. Okay. Spurti is asking that one the split questions will be from the same topic or different topic. Most 99.99% those will be from the same topic only. See, the question is what is histology and ossification of bone is important for our examination. Okay, it is not that much important, but when the particular question is asked, like histology of a particular organ, then what you are going to do? So at that time, you need somewhat knowledge regarding the histology. Where I have told particularly like endocrine glands, you have to remember the what histology. In other part, it is not necessary. Okay, so ossification, particularly if they are not going to ask the question over the ossification only. So in the MCQ, the questions may comes for even histology or the ossification. So for histology, diagram is not necessary. Why they increased to 6 pages? One page is extra for 10 marks question. Okay. See, previously it is also for 6 pages, I think. Okay, so they have made 6 pages for long answer and 3 marks for short answer, and only the two questions will be there. Okay, so you don't bother about the pages at that time. If your answer is sufficient with the sufficient point, then if you feel that one it is sufficient for 10 marks, already you have attended the periodicals and you have attended the term exams. In that one, I think you got the ideas how much you have to write for 10 marks and 5 marks. Okay, so within 5 pages also you can cover for your 10 marks question.
Thank you, sir. I think that will be all from our question and answer session. In spite of
Okay.
your busy schedule, you have managed to give almost 1 hour 30 minutes for us.
Yeah.
Now I would like to, sir, there was another question from
Yeah.
endocrinology. Shall I read it out or
Yeah.
shall we end session, sir?
Yeah. You can read it.
What are the important questions from endocrinology?
Yes. Already I have at the end of each topic I have shown you that one how the questions might be that one. So as per your blueprint of question paper, so what is long answer questions are there? So that I have read in the last of the slide. That is the classification of the gland, definition, classification of the gland, or any one gland they may ask for the in detail about its description. Okay, so important questions in our BMS like that one. Every time we should be prepared for everything. Okay, so if I say that when this is the important, you should not. Then you, if you not concentrate about other things, then it is not like that one. So every point of the syllabus is important only. Okay, so for endocrinology, how most of the direct questions will be coming for your what examination. So add up the and history and writing. Okay. Regarding the surface anatomy, no, your most of the important organs like that one, liver, the lungs will be there, heart will be there, then the spleen surface anatomy and kidney surface anatomy. Major organ surface anatomy is coming, and that is the description is given in the textbooks. So you refer and practice the diagram, and that will be asked for the short answer question. But as per the syllabus, they have not asked. You can go for surface anatomy in the practical written. Okay, most of the time it is distributed in the what practical written is there. That is for your 100 marks. That is 15 plus. That is 80 marks questions will be coming for your practical written. There, most of the questions will be asked from the surface marking. Okay. As per the blueprint, so there is no mass distribution for the surface marking. Okay, little bit you go through the surface reading of the surface anatomy. Okay. Yeah, that is still in quite a discussion. Previously, it was that what if you take 100 marks from both the paper, first paper and the second paper, that they will consider it is what is a clearing marks for a theory paper. But in the syllabus only they have mentioned 50 marks from each paper. Okay, 50 marks from each paper. During the results also, the university is able to change that what if you take the 50 marks or if you take combinedly 100 marks also, they will. But still it is not clear from the university. Okay, you have to keep in mind that 150 marks from each paper.
Okay, guys. Thank you everyone for your questions. Now, if you have any more questions, send us to on WhatsApp. There's our community called Jignasa Anatomy Lecture Series. You can post it on that or send to us personally, and we will forward it to the sir, and we will get answers from him, and we will
Sure.
be forwarding it to you. Is it okay with you,
Yes.
sir? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Elima, State Committee Member Jignasa, to give vote of thanks.
On the behalf of our entire Jignasa team, I would like to show my utmost gratitude to our speaker, Dr. Shankar Linga sir, for taking the time and sharing the valuable knowledge on the topic of endocrinology and clearing all our queries based on the topic. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our team of Jignasa Central Committee for their persistent support and hard work. Also, a very huge thank you to all our viewers for giving us your valuable time. I assure that this interaction with our honorable speaker, Dr. Shankaraj Linga sir, was quite a valuable knowledge experience for us. Thank you again, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, all the team Jignasa. Okay, so I will leave the session.
Thank you so much, sir. From behalf of
Thank you.
Jignasa, we are really grateful that you joined us today. It was the most
Okay,
interactive session during our iron anatomy series. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Lima, for
okay,
hosting the session.
thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.